The weekend morning began with a clear, fresh feeling. In the living room, Lily, her eyes bright and sparkling, was engrossed in her homework. Occasionally, her pencil would dart across a piece of scratch paper beside her, creating scribbled yet imaginative shapes. Lily! Come in here and help Dad bring the food to the table. Immediately, Lily put her pencil down. Without a second's hesitation, she quickly ran into the kitchen. Yes, Dad, I'm here! On the dining table, the breakfast was hearty. Lily had her favorite juicy red apples, while Dad had a heaping plate of noodles, colorful and appealing. Lily happily ate her portion, but her curious eyes kept glancing at her dad's noodle bowl. That aroma was just too enticing. Daddy, Lily hesitated. Your noodles look so yummy. Can I try a little? Dad laughed, patting his daughter's head. Of course, my princess.
Ăn mì ngon đấy. Cho lì mình nữa nhé.
He picked up a mouthful of noodles with his chopsticks and carefully fed it to Lily.
Cho miếng này nhé.
She chewed it, and her eyes lit up. It was even more delicious than she had imagined.
Ăn mì ngon lì. Đúng rồi. Con táo đi. Ngon không? À, thích mì quá hả? Đá này nhá. Này. Ăn kiểu gì đấy? Như vậy sao được Ly? Thích ăn mì hơn hả? Đó. Ăn mì rau nhá, ăn thêm rau nhé. Này. Đây rau cải này. Đây.
Seeing his daughter's delight, Dad kindly offered almost all of his remaining portion to Lily.
Ly ăn rau không? Ly ăn rau tí dọn này nhé Ly nhé. Này có phải tí nhé.
Just as they finished eating, the clock struck the time for Dad to go to work. Lily, help Dad clean up while I'm gone, okay? Dad said. My girl is all grown up. I trust you. Yes, sir, Lily replied resolutely.
Yummy.
After Dad left, Lily got straight to work. She was very responsible. Leftover food was put neatly into the trash bin. Plates and bowls were stacked. And she carefully carried them to the kitchen sink. Lily turned on the faucet, and just then, the theme song of her favorite cartoon played on the TV. Distracted for a second, Lily forgot the water was running. rushed to the living room and glued her eyes to the screen.
Good day.
Look, Mr. Prime Minister of Australia, we're not gonna take your stupid refugees. I want you.
A few minutes passed.
Inauguration crowd,
Suddenly,
biggest in the whole
Lily
history
heard a
of the world.
strange, rushing sound. She turned around and was terrified. Water had overflowed from the sink, flooding the kitchen floor and beginning to spread into the living room.
Oh my
In that
God.
moment of panic, Lily's intelligence and quickness kicked in. Her first reflex was not to cry, but to act. Lily rushed into the kitchen. Water was still gushing out. Without hesitating, she leaped up, used both hands to grip the edge of the sink, and twisted the faucet shut tightly. The water had stopped, but the consequences remained. The floor was like a small swimming pool. Lily looked at her clothes, which were soaked. "I have to clean the floor quickly," she told herself. Lily ran to get a cleaning cloth. She took the cloth, calmly and diligently, soaking up the water, wringing it out, and wiping again. She cleaned methodically. Soon, the floor was clean and dry again. After dealing with the floor, Lily looked at herself. "I can't wear wet clothes. I'll get sick." She sensibly chose another pretty dry dress to change into. She gathered her wet clothes and took them straight to the washing machine.
Uh-oh.
Lily operated it herself, putting the clothes in the drum and pressing the start button. She had watched her dad do this many times.
Uh-oh.
With everything settled, Lily went to the living room, sat by the windowsill, and stared down the road. Waiting for her dad to return. She waited for a long time, but Dad still hadn't come home. The sun started to beat down harshly. Lily suddenly had an idea. Dad must be very thirsty working in the field. No sooner said than done. She ran inside, opened the refrigerator, took out a bottle of cold fresh water, and ran all the way to the field where her dad was working.
Rồi, Lily.
Dad was resting under the shade of a tree.
Lily, ăn nước cho bà
He
nào.
was very surprised and touched to see Lily running up, sweating, with the water bottle in her hand. He took the bottle and took a long, refreshing
Ngồi im đi
drink.
nha. Nước nào. Nhanh cho bèo miếng nhá. Bèo muốn khát nước kìa. Đi về đi. Đi về
Thank
đi.
you, my
Đây làm
smart
mẹ kìa.
daughter,
Về đi.
he said, hugging her
Đi đây.
tightly.
Đi về nè. Xuống, con xuống đi. Đi đi ơi. Bé bé.
That afternoon, as a reward, Dad took Lily to harvest corn on his motorbike.
Đây con ra đây. Đây nha.
She sat in the front, cheering with delight as she whooshed along the country roads with her dad. They stopped at a lush green
Rồi, xuống đi.
cornfield.
Xuống nào. Xuống đây. Kìa. Đấy, bác kìa, thấy không? Bác kìa. Nè. Thấy không?
Dad showed Lily how to pick the plumpest ears of corn.
Hai cái này nhé.
She excitedly squeezed between
nhé.
the tall plants, searching and using all her strength to break off each ear.
Được không? Để đi mấy trái mang về nhé. Nhé. À, bóc à, đúng rồi, con bóc. Đây nhá. Thì mấy trái non hơn nhá. Thấy không? Được không? Đây, đây. À, cây này đổ lên. Đây đổ lên. Đây đi này, đi này. Đi Lia, đi nào. Cầm một con đi. Cầm một con đi. Đây, cầm đây. Đúng rồi, cầm đấy. Lên xe đi con, lên xe đi. Đây rồi, đó rồi. Đi nào. Ở đây nhá.
Soon, they had
Đây nha.
harvested a
Bên kia
full
nha.
basket of
Đi về
corn.
đi. Đi tiếp nhé. Nè, bắt vào ly nè. Đi vào nhà đi con. Đi vào nhà nào. Ly
When
lột
they
nhá.
got home,
Nè.
it was getting dark. Dad and daughter went to the kitchen together. Dad put a large pot of water on the stove, while Lily sat on a stool, diligently peeling the husks
Con
and
lột ra đi,
removing the
lột ra.
silk from the corn.
Đó, thấy không? Đúng rồi. Đó, giỏi. Con nhặt cái dầu đi nhá. Cái dầu này ăn nó dính nhé, nó dính miệng ấy. Thấy không? Thấy không? Đó. Đẹp không? Con lột ra, con lột ra. Đó, đúng rồi. Thấy không? Cái này mình bỏ ra nhá. Nước nó sẽ ngọt nhờ cái dâu nhưng mà nó dính nhá. Đó. Được chưa? Đẹp rồi này. Đẹp rồi này. Đó, thấy không? Đẹp rồi mình bỏ vào nồi nhá. Này. Đẹp rồi mình bỏ vào nồi nhá. Này. Đó, vào đây nhá. Rồi cắt tiếp cái nữa nha. Cái này bỏ mình rắc nhá. Đây nè, con lột cái này đi. Này, chỉ cho Ly lột nhá. Này. Đó, này. Lột này đi này. Đây này. Đấy, thấy không? Này con lột này. Đâu rồi? Xé này ra. Đấy, có xé ra. Xé ra. Đúng rồi, giỏi lắm, đúng rồi. Này. Này, thấy không? Này. Đây này, cầm đây này. Cầm đây. Đúng rồi, kéo ra, kéo. Đây, cũng cầm cái. Đây, cầm cái. Đấy, thấy không? Thấy chưa? Đó, mình lột cái này ra nhé, mình luộc nhé. Đó, bóc sạch cái này nhá. Này, thấy không này? Được rồi, Ly này, ha, sạch rồi nha. Con bỏ vào nồi đi. Đúng rồi, bỏ vào nồi đi. Giỏi, qua đây ngồi đi. Đúng rồi, qua đây ngồi bóc tiếp này. Qua đây. Thấy không, chỉ bóc tiếp nhé. Chặt phết nhỉ. Thấy không? Đẹp không? Được không? Thì miếng không? Để luộc không ăn nhé. Cầm đây này. Cái này. Đúng rồi, cái mạnh ạ. Cái mạnh ạ. Giỏi lắm. Nhiều cái dâu quá nhỉ. Cầm lấy bạn đi đến nước. Con cầm con rất cái dâu ra đây bạn lên nước nhé. Đấy. Con bỏ nồi đi, bỏ nồi đi. Rồi, ngồi im đó.
While waiting for the corn to cook, Lily used gestures and actions to tell her dad about the incident with the water spill that morning. She described her panicked expression when she saw the flooded floor. Dad listened attentively. Lily pointed towards the computer, mimicking the action of hurriedly turning it off.
Lau sạch.
Then she jumped up, reaching out to mimic turning off the faucet. She also described how she diligently cleaned the floor and responsibly put the wet clothes in the washing machine.
Khát nước hả?
Dad looked at his daughter, his eyes filled with surprise that then
Đi
turned
kia.
to pride.
Ừ.
He
Rồi,
stroked
ngồi
her
xuống đi.
head,
Rồi,
smiling
nước đây
warmly.
nha. Nè. Đó, thấy không? Ừ. Ừ, được không? Rồi, được rồi. Rồi, cầm lên. Ngồi đi ha. Đó, để đắp lại nha. Rồi, đi thôi ha. Coi tivi xíu nhé, coi tivi xíu rồi chờ lên bắp chín để mình ăn nhé. Đi coi cây nào nhé.
Just then, the fragrant, sweet smell of boiled waxy corn spread through the kitchen.
Ly vào đây nè. Chờ tí nhé, nóng đấy con, ngồi đi chờ đi. Ui, nóng đấy, ngồi đi chờ nhé. Nóng lắm á.
The corn was cooked.
Nè, qua đây.
Dad lifted the hot, steaming cobs out
Tìm
into
vào
a
đây,
basket.
ngồi đây ha. Đó, đã không? Ừ. Xích ra con. Đó. Ừ. Nóng đấy con. Chờ lắm. Bóc cái ly ăn nhé. Bóc vào đây nhé. Được đấy nha.
He brought the
Đấy,
basket of
đi nào.
corn, along with 2 plates and forks, to the living room table.
Ly đi ra ghế con. Dạ. Ui, coi kìa. Coi kìa. Coi thế nào kìa.
Dad carefully took an ear of corn, patiently separating
Lily.
each golden chewy
Đây
kernel
nè.
onto a
Đúng
plate
rồi.
for Lily. Lily took the full plate of corn
Wow.
and the small
Ừ.
fork.
Ủa,
She
giỏi
carefully
vậy.
speared a kernel, blew on it lightly to
nhớ.
cool it, and tasted it. The sweet, chewy flavor of the corn spread, making her very satisfied, her
giỏi quá.
eyes shining with delight.
Ngon lên.
Dad also separated kernels onto his own plate. Dad and daughter sat together, happily eating corn at the living room table, ending a long, eventful day.
Cho thêm ly nhé. Ly uống sữa bắp không? Ồ, ngon quá. Nè, để thích đây con. Đây con đây.
Inside the small house, the dad lay sleeping on the bed, his breath heavy, his face etched with fatigue. Lily tiptoed into the room. Her big, round eyes, usually full of
Lily.
mischief,
Hmm?
were now brimming with worry.
Ta đang nghỉ tí ha. Tí nữa kiếm chị Julian nha.
Seeing him still lost in a deep slumber, the little monkey leaned close to his ear and whispered like a prayer, "Dad, you have to be strong." Those words, though childish, carried a world of love. Without hesitation, Lily rushed to find the thermometer. Her small, clumsy hands carefully placed it on her dad's forehead. When the number 38.1 degrees C glowed red on the screen, Lily's world seemed to crumble. Her eyes widened in shock and panic. She hurriedly searched for a fever patch, her last hope, only to freeze. Oh. When she found the box was empty, despair washed over her, cold and cruel. With a heavy heart, Lily left the house. She found Sam, her loyal pig friend, and climbed onto his back, her voice firm with resolve. All right, let's go, Sam. She had to do something. Back home, Lily opened the safe with a glimmer of hope, but it was empty.
Uh-oh.
Confusion and helplessness overwhelmed her young mind. Just then, her gaze fell upon her beloved laptop on the study desk. A dear friend that held countless happy memories. The image of her dad writhing in fever spurred Lily into action. An idea sparked in her mind, even though it meant a great sacrifice. With a heavy heart, Lily took the laptop outside, her small heart feeling as though it was being squeezed. She ran to the familiar sidewalk, where she often sold small items, and gently placed her friend on the cold ground, waiting for a passerby to buy it.
Hi.
Lily sat there, her eyes lost in thought. In that moment, she recalled the times she had watched cheerful cartoons on the tablet.
Oh.
A sorrowful cry echoed in her mind. All that's left are just memories. Expressing the immense loss and indescribable sadness Lily felt at having to part with her dear friend. After waiting for a while with no buyers, Lily had no choice but to take the laptop to a nearby shop.
Hi.
Chào bạn. Bạn muốn bán thứ này ư?
Stepping into the shop, tears welled up in Lily's eyes as she had to sell her beloved friend.
Nó cũng được đấy.
But for the sake of saving her dad, the little monkey pushed aside her pain and resolutely sold it. Lily took the money from the seller and hurried back home. With the money she had just earned, Lily wasted no time and, with Sam, went to the store to buy a fever patch.
Ly mua cái gì? Ly mua gì à? À. Rồi đây, quà của Ly nè. Rồi, bye Ly nha.
Bye bye.
Returning home on Sam's back, Lily brought the patch to her dad and carefully placed it on his forehead. The love of his little daughter seemed to be the most effective medicine.
Cái gì Ly? Hả? Ô, mua gì cho ba đây? Mua gì đấy? Ô, trời ơi, sao biết là mua cái này Ly? Sao biết mua hay à? Hay bà thế ha. Đúng rồi, cái này á, cái này biết làm gì không? Cái này để dán đầu nè, dán đầu ốm nè, thấy không? Ba dán cho Ly đấy, thấy không? Nè. Đây này. Đấy, thấy chưa?
Her dad gradually woke up.
Giỏi
The
quá.
fever had subsided. He pulled Lily into a tight, warm hug, full of gratitude and boundless love for his daughter's silent sacrifice.
Ahem.
However, the joy was short-lived as another worry arose. Her dad opened his wallet to find it empty.
Ôi thôi chết rồi. Hết tiền. Trời, anh quên cầm tiền rồi. Anh gì có tiền không thì cho anh mượn đi.
He spoke sadly to an aunt in the kitchen, perhaps to borrow money. From a corner of the house, Lily witnessed it all. This time, Lily searched her bag but found no money.
Oh,
Her gaze fell to a corner of the room where her ukulele, another dear friend, lay. Another difficult choice. Lily took the ukulele outside with a glimmer of hope. She performed on the street, but the road was deserted. Lily couldn't earn a single penny, and disappointment was evident on her small face. Undeterred, Lily took the ukulele to a familiar grocery store, determined to trade it for rice for her dad.
Chào bạn nhá. Mua gì? Mua cái gì nào? Lựa cái nào? Lựa đi. Cái này hả? Bạn muốn mua gạo hả? Muốn mua gạo đây hả? Đưa tiền đây nào. Đưa tiền đây. Tiền đâu? Đổi đàn hả? Cái này hả? Vậy thì cũng đủ nhá. Cái đàn này cũng đủ để đổi cái này đâu chưa?
But the value of the ukulele was not enough for a large bag of rice, and the shopkeeper shook his head.
Không đủ tiền nhá, này trả lại cho bạn nhá.
Lily pleaded with teary eyes, telling him about her sick dad.
Sao? Bạn muốn gì nào?
Moved by her filial piety, the shopkeeper agreed to trade the ukulele for a smaller bag of rice. Lily was overjoyed, thanking the shopkeeper profusely before quickly heading home with the rice. On her way back, she paused for a moment, hugging the bag of rice and reminiscing about the memories she had with her beloved ukulele. But she quickly pushed aside her personal feelings, as the most important task was to bring food home to her dad.
Lily. Gì đây? Hả? Ở đâu con mua vậy? Hả? Sao biết ba cần gạo mà mua đấy? Ừ? Tiền đi đâu mua? Hả? Tiền lấy đâu vậy? Sao Ly? Hả? Sao?
When she got home, her dad, after some
Sao, cái này
questioning,
mua đâu đây?
understood
Cái gì mua đấy?
everything. He couldn't hold back
Cái
his
gì đâu mua đấy?
tears. He hugged Lily tightly,
Hả?
his voice choked with emotion. I promise I'll get your ukulele back as soon as I can, my daughter. In her dad's warm embrace, Lily felt a sense of absolute peace. Finally, she brought the bag of rice to her aunt, allowing the flame of love to continue burning in the small kitchen, warming the whole family through difficult days.
Ủa sao Ly? Sao vậy? Sao? Ủa?
Seeing the clear disappointment on his daughter's face, Dad's heart aches with love. He comes to her side, sits down, and reopens the empty refrigerator, his voice gentle and warm. The milk is all gone, sweetie. Let's go buy some, okay?
Chào bà tí nha, bà xin lỗi nha. Bà lấy tiền ha. Ủa, cái ví bà đâu nhỉ?
With that, Dad gently lifts her into his arms, comforting her.
Nhé, để bà kiếm con nhé. Được không? Đi. Xin lỗi nha, đi ngủ chờ bà tí nha.
Dad places his daughter on a soft yellow beanbag chair and goes into the bedroom to find his wallet. He searches through the wardrobe, looks in every drawer, but the wallet is nowhere to be found. A hint of confusion crosses Dad's face. While waiting, the little girl seems to understand her dad's problem. With strong determination, she gets off the chair, goes into the room, and climbs onto a small cabinet. There she finds a red piggy bank, her treasure. Without any hesitation, she pushes it off and it shatters on the floor. Money spills out. She picks up a bill and quickly runs to the living room. Proudly handing it to her dad like a savior. Dad takes the money in surprise, initially thinking his daughter had found his lost wallet. He holds her in his arms, his heart melting at her action, lovingly thanking her, without knowing that it was all of her savings. Afterward, Dad carries his daughter, and they both get on their old green motorcycle and head to the supermarket. Joy quickly returns to the little girl's face as she gets to go shopping with her dad. Dad picks out bananas and milk, and his little daughter enthusiastically helps him put the items in the basket.
Kéo vào đây hả? Đi nè. Đi ra. Baby.
At the checkout counter, Dad holds his daughter, feeling an unusual warmth and peace. The two return home.
Vô ghế ngồi đi. Vô ghế ngồi đi con. Rồi đi ha.
Dad carefully puts the newly bought milk cartons into the now full refrigerator.
Cho lên quả chuối nha. Đây. Đây, ngồi ăn chuối nha, được chưa? Này.
He peels a banana and gives it to his daughter, who is sitting obediently at the dining table.
Ăn ha, không được miếng nha. Ăn thử cho ngon. Chuối ngon lắm. Ngon ha. Ngồi đây ăn nhé, bạn không bếp bà dọn nhé, được chưa?
Then, Dad goes downstairs, intending to do the laundry, when he suddenly sees his wallet sitting on top of the washing machine. He freezes. Looking into the bedroom, he sees the broken piggy bank and the scattered coins on the floor.
Tiền này.
Everything suddenly becomes clear. The dad's heart aches as he realizes his precious daughter sacrificed her treasure just to help him buy milk.
Cái heo 27 ly hả? Con đặt heo hả? Để heo đưa tiền cho ba hả?
He goes back to his daughter, gently holding up the broken piggy bank and the wallet, his eyes filled with a love that seemed to say, I know what you did. Thank you, my girl.
Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Thôi để đây ha, để đây nhá. Tí nó dọn đi nhá, thấy chưa? Ha, để bà dọn đi nhá. Giỏi lắm, ăn đi con. Ly ơi! Ly ơi! Nè!
A little later, Dad
Hey.
returns with a new, bigger,
Come on,
and more
get down
beautiful
there.
piggy bank and places it in front of his daughter.
Wow. Nè, thấy chưa? Thích không? Heo của Ly đấy. Ha. Để thôi đừng đập heo nữa nhá, Ly nhá. Ba tiết kiệm cho Ly đấy. Để mua quần áo cho Ly ha. Thấy chưa? Wow. Này không? Xem thử coi. Này lấy đi. Cầm đi. Cầm đi con, cầm đi. Cầm đây. Đúng rồi, cầm đi con. Được không? Được không ha? Thôi đi nào. Đi nào. Phải đây, bạn làm lại cho Ly nhá. Bạn làm lại cho Ly nhá. Ba mươi hai cho Ly rồi. Nè, bà đi dọn này, dọn này. Đấy, bà đi dọn heo này, thấy không? Đó. Này này. Bẻ
He
này, cẩn thận
tenderly
nhá.
shows her how to put her
Bỏ tiền vào
savings
chân
into
đấy,
this
chưa?
new home.
Cẩn thận đi chưa? Này. Bỏ tiền đây cho Ly nhá. Này. Bỏ tiền lại ha. Này. Đó.
And together, they pick up
Ngồi đây đi,
every
ngồi đây,
last
ngồi đây.
coin and put it
Đây. Đưa
inside.
tiền đi cho ba này. Đi đây. Đúng rồi. Rồi kia nữa con, đây đây. Kia kìa, kia kìa. Đây. Đây này. Đây này. Đây này. Đó. Giỏi quá. Đó. Đúng rồi. Vào đây nha. Đúng rồi, đúng rồi. Đây bà cho thêm Ly nha. Trả lại cho Ly này. Nhá. Có tiền thì ví rồi. Này. Trả lại cho Ly nhá. Đây ha. Đây ha. Đây ha. Rồi. Con xem đi. Rồi con ra đây. Rồi con ra đây. Đây nè.
Finally, Dad places the new piggy bank back in its old spot. Not just to hold money, but to hold a priceless memory of his little daughter's love. A sudden August downpour shattered the quiet of the small house where Lily was engrossed in the world of cartoons.
Barbecue.
The first rumble of thunder didn't startle her. Oh! But a flash of lightning outside the window sparked an image in her mind. The line of sun-scented clothes her dad had washed that morning. Oh no, she cried out softly. Without a second's hesitation, she rushed to find her umbrella, one as bright yellow as the sunshine she adored. Her small feet scurried out into the garden as the rain began to fall harder, splashing coolly against her face. Just as she arrived and reached out to pull down the first shirts, Lily was stopped by a faint, lost cry nearby. Amidst the white sheet of rain, a tiny, trembling yellow dot looked hopeless. A lost duckling! Her heart tightened. Forgetting all about the soaking laundry, Lily's eyes could only see the tiny, fragile creature. She hurried over, tilting her umbrella to shield the duckling. Under the yellow canopy, she sat down, using her own small body to give her new friend more shelter, hoping her warmth could chase away the rain's chill. The two of them, one big and one small, warmed each other in the bleak, rainy scene. When the rain subsided, Lily gently carried the duckling into the house. She placed it in a basket lined with a soft cloth and carefully dried its silky, downy feathers with a towel. Sheltered and warm, the duckling nuzzled its small head against Lily's hand and let out a soft, clear chirp that sounded like, "Mom, Mom!" That clear cry felt like a warm stream flowing deep into Lily's soul. She was stunned for a moment, then giggled. A strange, sweet, and sacred feeling welled up inside her. She knew that, from this moment on, she had a small, lovely responsibility to protect. Suddenly remembering her unfinished task, Lily rushed back outside to gather the clothes. With no place to hang them inside, the clever girl draped the clothes over her set of wooden chairs. Then pulled her electric fan close, turning it to the highest setting to dry them. When her dad came home, he was surprised by his daughter's invention. Lily excitedly showed off the new family member and recounted the story of rescuing the little duckling. Her dad didn't just praise his daughter's responsibility. He was immensely proud of her kind heart. He pulled Lily into his arms for a tight, warm hug. Outside, the rain continued to fall, but inside the small house, a gentle fairy tale had been written with love, innocence, and compassion. The duckling had found a family, and Lily had learned her first lesson of unconditional love, a feeling even warmer than the sun itself. Under the golden, honey-like morning sun, the small garden was alive with the sounds of life. For Lily, the sweetest sound was the joyful bee-bee from the herd of goats whenever they saw her familiar figure in a conical hat. Especially Bebe, the little goat with dark, expressive eyes that Lily loved the most.
Ly giỏi nha. Cảm ơn Ly nha. Mang kia cho bỏ này nữa nha Ly nha. Đây con. Nè. Đây. Cầm cho ba nha. Thấy chưa? Đi đi con. Cầm cho dê nhé.
baby, she whispered, handing a clump of fresh green grass through the wooden fence. Bebe gently nuzzled Lily's small palm, its damp nose creating a cute ticklish sensation. To Lily, Bebe was not just a goat, but a little friend with whom she could share secrets and shower with all her tender care. While Lily was busy with her little friend, in the distance, her dad's figure was still diligently working. His shirt was soaked with sweat, beads of it dotting his sun-darkened forehead, a testament to his love for his family.
Nốt có này nhá. Chúng ta nốt cái này nhá. Đi vào đi. Từ từ nào.
Looking at her dad, a gentle idea popped into her head. Lily ran into the house, her feet moving swiftly. The small kitchen suddenly came to life with the presence of the tiny chef. Lily stood on her tiptoes to reach for the plump oranges in the refrigerator. With small but skillful hands, she carefully placed them on the juicer. She used all her strength, pressing down firmly, letting streams of fragrant, gleaming golden orange juice flow into the glass. Each drop of juice seemed to sparkle with the pure love she wanted to give her dad. After finishing, Lily carefully poured the orange juice from the glass into a bottle. The cool bottle of orange juice was ceremoniously delivered to her dad. Dad, I brought you some water. Her dad looked surprised, then smiled gently.
Làm gì đây? Nước cho ba hả? Hả? Ly mang này cho ba hả? À, này sao đây? Mở ra uống à? Uống được không?
He took the bottle from his daughter's hand and took a large gulp.
Uống được không vậy Lý? Ừ? Uống được không vậy? Được hả? Nước gì lạ Lý?
The sweet, refreshing taste of the juice seemed to wash away all his fatigue. But sweeter than the juice was the thoughtful heart of his little girl.
Con muỗi nó cắn này. Nước được đấy. À, nó thử miếng hả? Đây. À, nước ngon mà nhỉ? Đấy, thấy không? Ngon quá nhỉ? Ly giỏi lắm. Trời ơi, bẩn hết rồi kìa.
Lily thoughtfully took a tissue from her bag and gave it to her dad to wipe his sweat.
Ủa, cho ba giấy hả? Cho ba giấy nữa hả?
In that moment, time seemed to stand still. Her dad said nothing, only quietly stroking his daughter's head, his eyes filled with boundless pride and love.
À, để bà lau cho Ly một cái nữa nha. Bẩn hết áo này ha. Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Còn một tờ này mình cất đi nhá. Lúc nào dơ dơ lấy ra lau ha. Đây, bà cất cho Ly nhá. Đây. Rồi, cảm ơn con nhé. Này bà uống tí nữa ha. Ha. Bà uống nữa nhé. Rồi, đi vô thôi con. Đi. Vô trong nhà đi.
After making sure her dad was re-energized, Lily happily ran back to Bebe. She brought a large armful of grass, feeding her little friend, while whispering the story of her magical orange juice. Bebe seemed to understand, nuzzling its head against her hand as if in thanks. The love Lily had for her little goat Bibi, the filial love she had for her great dad, and the infinite love the dad had for his precious daughter all blended together, creating the warmest and sweetest country melody. Under the warm afternoon sun, the small garden of the dad and daughter bustled with the sounds of their work. Dad was diligently tending to the new flower beds, his shirt soaked with sweat, but a gentle smile remained on his face. From the goat pen, little Lily came scampering out, her voice as clear as a bell. "Daddy, what are you doing?" Seeing his precious daughter, her dad replied softly, "I'm planting more flowers to make our garden even more beautiful, sweetie." His eyes shone with pride. Would Lily like to help? Lily cheered with delight. She was given the important task of going to the next garden patch to pick more of the brightest flowers. With her tiny hands, Lily carefully chose each bloom, cradling them as if they were precious gems. Soon, she returned with an armful of colorful flowers.
Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Đưa cho ba nào. Chỗ nhiều vậy.
Her
Nhiều thế.
face beaming with joy.
Nè, ba chồng đây
Looking
nhá.
at his daughter,
con ăn được cái này
her
không?
dad's heart grew warm. Together, they
Wow.
tilled the soil and placed each small flower into the ground.
Đó, đi qua đây ngồi đi. Qua đây ba chỉ ba làm nhé. Nè, nhìn ba trồng hoa này ha. Này ba lấy hoa đây nhá. Bỏ đây này. Đó, đúng rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Lấy hoa cho ba đi. Đi lấy hoa đi. Đây. Đây này. Đó, bỏ đây. Đây. À, đúng rồi, giỏi. Cảm ơn Ly nhá. Đó, bạn lấy nữa đi. Lấy hoa đi. Bỏ đây này. Đó, Ly giỏi quá, giúp ba giỏi ha. Rồi, lấy thêm đi con. Lấy thêm hoa đi. Lấy hoa bên đây này. Đó, lấy một cành hoa lớn nhá. Bỏ đây. Đúng rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Rồi, lấy nữa đi, lấy hoa đi. Lấy bên ngoài kia kìa. Bỏ đây con, hoa bỏ đây. Đây này. Giỏi. À, Ly, con đi lấy cho ba ít nước nhá. Đây kia lấy cái xô lấy cho ba ít nước đi con. Đúng rồi, đi ra ngoài kia kìa.
Lily enthusiastically carried a bucket of water. Though it was heavy, she still managed to water each plant.
Ui. À, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Ui trời ơi. À, lấy đấy đi. Ui. À, cảm ơn Ly nhá. Đi lấy đấy đi con. Rồi, cảm ơn Ly nhé. Rồi, nhiều nước quá Ly này, thấy không? Đó. Mai mốt hoa đẹp là nhờ có Ly nhá, thấy chưa? Bây giờ Ly lấy thêm ba thêm một xôn nữa nhé. Cảm ơn Ly nhé. Để cho ba nhé. Bây giờ lấy cho ba thêm một xôn nữa nhé. Ngoài kia. Rồi. Cảm ơn Ly nhé. Ui trời ơi, ướt quần áo rồi này. Thấy không? Để bắt đầu tưới xong rồi bà thay đồ cho Ly nhé. Rồi, xong rồi. Giỏi quá nha. Bạn của mình kìa. Bạn của mình chưa? Bốt hoa đẹp nhá. Thấy không? Cầm cho bà đi. Cầm qua bà đi. Cầm đấy. Đi thôi. Đi nào. Đây Ly. Qua đây bà hãy đưa cho Ly nhé. Qua đây hãy đưa cho Ly này. Đây Ly ạ. Nè. Không. Nè.
When the work was done, her dad led Lily to the melon patch, where a large, ripe watermelon was waiting.
Đứng trèo lên nhé.
This is a reward for my hard-working little gardener, he said, stroking Lily's head.
Bên này. Kìa, thấy không? Đó. Cái đó được đó. Lấy quả đó đi. Lấy quả đó đi. Đây. Đấy, nè. Này, cầm lấy. Cầm lấy ba cái nào. Bỏ đây hả? To quá, không vừa. Nè. Con cầm xô đi, cầm này đi. Đi nào đi. Đưa ra đi. Đi.